What are stupid things men do to seem tough? Fight other guys for perceived slights that aren't that big of a deal. This is 100% fucking accurate. I'd how many times in my younger years some dude much bigger than me was looking for an excuse to beat me up. No reason at all, other than I was smart and they were insecure. I learned to fight dirty and they left me alone after that because I didn't give a shit about their perceived code of honor in a fight. Some dude in 8th grade came up behind me and put me in a headlock, so I bit the shit out of his arm and didn't let go until I tasted blood and he started yelling. Have you looked into pocket sand? SHSH Shah. So apparently fighting over a spilled beer isn't considered a legitimate reason to challenge someone to a duel. Who knew? Call themselves alpha males. No quicker way for me to think you're just a douche waffle than by saying that. Edit, to all you fabulous bastards out there making tech-related alpha jokes, each one gives me back a small amount of faith in humanity. A toast to you. It's brilliant because even the guy that started the whole alpha wolf thing said that actually it's not a thing and he'd take it back if he could. The original alpha studies were done on wolves in zoos, so it's like aliens doing studies on human behavior in prisons and concluding that's how all of society works. Surprise, when you lock up either species for extended periods they don't behave the same. And human beings are so much more complex than wolves. Escalate a mild disagreement to grievous bodily harm. And the dude escalating receives the GBI. GBI? Grievous/great bodily injury. When I was 11 a girl said I couldn't touch the top of a stop sign, so to impress her I did it, but the post holding the sign up had rusty nails in it and one of them cut a cut into my leg and it bled a lot and I walked home like it didn't hurt but it really hurt. Yeah, but did you impress her or no? Sounds kinda impressive NGL. That was kinda badass though. And hashtag X200B. Also reminds me of the old rust/tetanus panic which we used to have when I was young. Oh, you cut yourself on something rusty? Have a tetanus shot. And hashtag X200B. Now we know tetanus is more likely to be in soil etc. than rusty metal. Do that stupid chest puffed out, exaggerated shoulder movement walk literally everywhere. Bonus points for wearing a tank top while doing it. It's called invisible lot syndrome lol. In Finnish we call that appelsinat kainaloissa that someone has oranges in his armpits. That is funny, because we in Germany say der hat Rasierkling and unter den Achseln, which translates to he has razor blades under his armpits. Guess we really have a special sense of humor. Man, I swear those tank tops are like stealthy superheroes trying to blend in as douchebags. Exaggerate fight stories. If someone has ever been in an actual fight, they sure as hell don't want to be in another one. Nobody wins, everyone is getting hurt to one degree or another, and I don't care how good your jujitsu skills are, there is no ref stopping their buddy from kicking you in the head while you're trying to execute a perfect rear naked choke. It's not cool, it's not macho. It has pain, misery, and possibly a felony coming your way. I've been in an actual fight. I can tell you I enjoyed the adrenaline, but don't wish to fight again. Would absolutely be lying if I didn't say the experience was transcendental. Either way, it was completely defensive. Not sure if that helps the perspective, but thought I'd offer since you seem to be very knowledgeable about the topic. There was no felony. Not everyone tells on others and tries to make sure they get fines. It was also many statute of limitations ago. I once fought off a swarm of killer bees with my pinky finger, but then I woke up from my nap and realized it was just a fight story. Do little MMA badass photoshoots with their deadly weapons, thus proving how utterly unfit for ownership they are. Gun nut here. After I graduated from the police academy, I bought myself a shotgun on account of how much I enjoyed the range training. I took a picture of myself holding the boomstick and grinning, planning to send it to a buddy who also liked guns. My mom took one look at the photo and said, "You know you look like Lee Harvey Oswald, right?" Lesson learned. Selfies with guns are always cringe. Haha, it's perfect that your mom had that pic in her head. She's pretty old. She remembers JFK's assassination the way I remember 9/11. I once did a totally intense brooding photo shoot, but ended up looking more like a lost puppy trying to be tough. Say that they can kill you in 15 seconds with their bare hands without any prior fighting experience or martial arts skills. I dunno man, when I get mad I just see red, you know. You know? One clean punch to the jawline out of the blue and they'll be hanging from a flagpole by their non-existent girlfriend's panties. I could kill you in 15 seconds with nothing but my bare hands and you being unconscious and both of us being next to a big cliff and you being not too heavy. Lol. I once claimed I could defeat a grizzly bear in arm wrestling, but then I remembered I struggle opening pickle jars. Not wear a full face cage in rec hockey. Everyone in my women's league wears one even though it's not required. But open stick always has a few guys who think they're too cool for it. Pretty sure they won't feel too cool when a puck busts their face. I couldn't agree more. Never understood it. I used to work at a rink. Some dudes during a drop-in acted like they were going to get scouted off it. Sometimes, it's not about seeming tough. It's about feeling tough. They don't wear them in the NHL, so I shouldn't either is probably their logic. Knew a kid at school who ate a bee to prove he wasn't scared of them. That is fucking badass though. Total alpha move. Did his face puff up like when a dog eats a bee? I once saw a guy munching on a wasp, just to prove that he's not one to be intimidated by insects. Sounded like a real buzzkill, if you ask me. Not going to the doctor, hospital. To be fair, I avoid doctors because good health insurance is hard to get and I'm poor. Come to California. Us poors get free healthcare up the ass. The US is so weird. Even for an eye issue? I once thought flexing my muscles in the mirror would scare away all my medical ailments, but turns out my reflection just thought I was auditioning for a bodybuilding competition. Invade Ukraine. FR. I knew I was too late to say that. Yup. Nothing like sending young men into a meat grinder, says I'm a man louder. No, that's people who are pissed the Soviet Union collapsed and want to take it back, by losing against a country that you outnumber and outgun because you can't train soldiers so they can fight. I once tried wearing sunglasses indoors to seem tough, but ended up just looking like a confused vampire. Raise their voices on another person to an extremely loud degree in a conversation to appear more menacing. You're just being an irrational little shit-faced weeb by yelling sumbats. Start making fun of their friends when a girl is around. Oh hell nah, that's unacceptable. That's not a good friend at all. Start making fun of their girl when friends are around. I'm gonna start doing that. So apparently, pretending to be the Incredible Hulk after one bench press is the key to winning a woman's heart. Who needs rational thinking anyway, right? Drive big oversized trucks. I work in a high-paying, blue-collar job. There's a running joke that once you go from part-time to full-time, you have to buy a full-size truck and lift it. 60% are 2 years old or newer and also trucks. There's also a group that max out the options instead of lifting. I am in the IBEW and that is exactly what apprentices do once they turn out. Must be something about wanting to tell everybody you make big boy money. Exactly, all of a sudden making good money and their current automobile doesn't reflect that. Puzzling. I once saw a guy rev his monster truck so loudly that a flock of birds took off in a panic, thinking it was mating season. Talk. Nothing more pathetic than someone who talks about how tough they are. If you have to say you're a badass, you aren't a badass. What if I said I'm not a badass? Girls would be mailing you their underwear because of how badass you are while also being humble. I'll tell you right now, I will attempt to outdrink anyone. I don't have a rational reason for this and I don't even like alcohol. I love trying to match someone. Not really a competition, but fun to witness us both mentally deteriorate at the same time. I'll drink water until you can't drink anymore. I'll let you win, but I'll also probably be spending less. You're better at this than I should be. So are aliens? The US said they found writing all the questions about men today? It reads like someone trying to learn how to appear as a man based on social norms. You might be onto something. Exactly, Lamau, there's been a surge of questions about men, none of them positive I must say. ChatGPT plus aliens equals man bad. I once wore socks with sandals and instantly felt 10 times tougher, until someone pointed out I was just 10 times dorkier.